Hi everyone, I'm David Norton. I am the head of customer experience at Floyd. We're a furniture company based in Detroit, Michigan. We are a furniture company that is changing the way people buy and consume furniture. So we're very focused on sustainability and practicality, and so our customers come to us to look for designs that are not only practical but are going to serve them for a lifetime. And our whole ethos is to create products that are not only ethically sourced and ethically manufactured and sustainably sourced and sustainably manufactured, but are going to be easily serviceable throughout the lifetime. So the goal is that you buy a Floyd once and you never have to throw it away. You can service it over time, and it's better for you, better for the environment. I think for me, it's solving problems and making customers fall in love with our brand. Like I said, it's not just a relationship with the product, it's a relationship with the people behind the product. So most customers, customer experience teams, we're the only people that they'll ever interact with from the company. And so we are the face and the voice of the company whenever customers reach out. And I think just the ability to make customers' days several times a day is probably the most gratifying piece of the puzzle, and just being able to surprise and delight our customers on a daily basis and have them walk away from any interaction and feel, wow, that was really awesome and exciting and delightful. I think that feels good on the inside, so it can be a really rewarding job that way. So right now we use customer with a K. Sometimes internally we call it customer to differentiate it from our actual customers. But I think it's really helped our customers by having, or our customer experience team, by having every single interaction that a customer's ever had with us all in one easy thread. So if a customer interacted with us through Facebook last year and then chose to interact with us through email this year, plus they bought through Shopify and whatnot, everything is going to be all in that one thread. And so for our team, all we have to do is pull up the customer's account and everything in their history will be there. And I think that really sets the customer up for success. We don't have to ask them, when did you contact us last? And can you repeat the story that you told the last customer professional? We have everything at our fingertips, so we can just pick up right where they've left off and know what they need in advance. So it's been a good tool for us. We have lots of integrations. It integrates with our Shopify storefront. So while we're communicating with the customer, we can just click into Shopify and manage their orders directly through the customer interface. We have integrations with Slack, with Gmail, with all the social networks that customers choose to interface with us through, phone calls, chat. Anything that you can think of can kind of come through customers. So all of those integrations are really important to creating that seamless experience. So obviously there's like sort of the basic ones that are like CSAT, first touch response, how quickly are we getting to customers on the first touch, how fast we're resolving their issue. So we want to resolve their issue as quickly as possible. First touch resolution, how many times are we solving their issue on the first go round so that they only have to contact us once. Those are kind of like the tried and true ones that I think everybody measures. I think for us too, we really want to have a finger on the pulse of customer trends, and that's also something really big that we use our CRM for. So we want to know why are customers contacting us to begin with, and what can we do throughout the company at a company level to mitigate those tickets, to prevent them from having to reach out to us in the first place. Because if they're reaching out to us, usually it's because there's some sort of problem or they have some question, there's some sort of doubt in their mind. If we can kind of get ahead of those trends and address them at a company level, at a macro level, that helps the next customer have an even better experience. So for us, I think the customer trends are also really important. I think by having really great qualified people behind the inbox, so whether it's a phone call or email, I think it's really important that the person not be a robot. We hear a lot about AI, we hear a lot about automation, and all of that has its place and is really important, and we wouldn't want to exist without it. But many customers just want to speak to a person and be reassured that they're interacting with like a real person and a real brand. And so for us, while we do have sort of scripts and canned responses that can help guide information to the customer. It's really, really important that our customer experience team be empowered to put their own personality and spin into the conversation and to really let their personality show. To the customer know that, hey, it's a real person behind the email, but also to make connections with folks. So if someone says, I'm buying this for my fiance, we're getting married in May, it's really important for us to celebrate their marriage with them and get excited. Maybe even share a little bit if we got married recently. We can say, oh, I'm in that position too. I know how it is. Those are things that you can't script, and it's those interactions that I think are the most meaningful. So I think that human aspect is really, really important. I think for us, we are a startup, so we are wearing all of the hats and doing all of the things. So some of that is doing a lot of the frontline customer support. And when you're building a company, when you're building a customer experience program, you really need to kind of leave the customer support to the customer support professionals so that we can kind of focus on the strategy, the metrics, the analytics, and the other things that we need to be focusing on to drive the business forward. And it's really important that we can partner with somebody that we trust to really give our customers a fantastic experience. So we have a lot of friends in the industry. That startup community is very small. They were using Boldr and recommended them to us. And then I think, just in the interview process and onboarding process, we were super, super impressed with just feeling really, really supported. And to me, it felt like if our internal team is getting this type of support, our customers must be getting just as good, if not better, support on the front lines. So I think just having that trust of knowing that our customers are in good hands was paramount and that they were going to have a good experience. So I think that's why we chose Boldr. I think the human aspect, I think the way that the Boldr team interacted with us while we were in different companies, I think it was very conversational, very responsive, and very human. And I think, again, that's exactly the type. We're a customer in that sense, and that's what we want our customers to experience. Somebody that's reliable, that's going to be responsive, and that's going to be fun at the same time. I think just that warm human feeling was really important. And the follow through, it's really important to say you're going to do what you say, and I think Boldr was very responsive from the get-go, very proactive. Everything was super buttoned up and polished, and I think that just really went a long way to kind of make it a no-brainer for us. I think COVID did a lot to help us all be really comfortable with working with remote teams. So that was really great when we started working with Boldr. But I think in terms of that human connection, and I think we were looking for folks that showed an ability to be themselves, to be authentic. I think that's one of the values that Boldr has when dealing with customers, and feeling empowered to go off script in order to help the customer, or to problem solve in order to help the customer. I think one of the things that we saw that was a real limitation with sort of past customer experience instances were teams that didn't feel that they had the permission to break protocol or to find their own solutions to solve a customer problem. Everything had to be black and white rules, and customer experience just isn't like that. Like, we have to be creative. We have to be able to kind of take into account what is the customer's unique situation, how do we solve the problem uniquely. And Boldr just seemed really able to, or the folks that we interviewed seemed really comfortable with having that singular focus of, I'm going to do whatever I need to do to solve the customer. We always say it's better to ask for forgiveness later than to be paralyzed with inaction trying to stick to the rule book. So as long as we're operating in the customer's best interest, if we spend a little bit of extra money, if we over-refund a little bit, that's always going to be preferable to sticking to the rules and disappointing the customer, I think. So I don't think customer experience is black and white, and it's definitely not one size fits all. And partnering with people that kind of understood that and were willing to kind of think creatively was really important, and that's the team that we recruited. Through the interview process, everyone that we spoke with had just that special something that we wanted our customers to experience. So I think it's just that intangible feeling. You can call a call center and press 1 for this, press 2 for that, and get your issue solved. But it doesn't have that warmth, that elevated experience. And I think what we found with the team here in South Africa was there was that warmth and just really capable sense of supporting the customer that felt elevated. And I think that's what made it an easy decision.